Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm David Combs, Mayor of the City of Rocky Mount, and we're excited to be here this morning. It's not the first time, obviously. We've been doing this. This will be the 19th year for the annual Down East Viking Classic football game. Again, it's always an exciting time in Rocky Mount. It's a signature event here in our city. What started as a small idea grew over the years, and it's a second homecoming, particularly for Elizabeth City State University students and alumni that come here. We have somewhere between 7,500 and 10,000 people attend this game every year. This year, they're going to be playing Morehouse College, I think the Maroon Tigers. So we welcome them here to Rocky Mount. But this is much more than a football game for the Rocky Mount and for the city. It's obviously a large economic boost to our economy with the people that come in and are staying in hotels and spending money in our community. So again, from a standpoint of what is good for Rocky Mount, we hope it's been a great partnership with Elizabeth City State over these years, and it's certainly been for Rocky Mount. The other thing is it's not just about football. We talk a lot about the football, we kid a lot about the football, but it's about the students and education, and these are two great higher learning universities and colleges that do a great job with their students, and we want to introduce the students that are here locally to these fine colleges and universities, and so it's a great opportunity for them to get to know some of our students in our area and have our students look at other places they might decide to go for higher education. I'm just going to introduce some folks here right now. We have with us also Mr. Robbie Davis, who's a board member of Nash County Tourism and Development Authority. He'll speak to you in a minute. We want to, for the first time, welcome Dr. Thomas E.H. Conway, who is the new chancellor. Been there about 6 months from Elizabeth City State University. Thank you, and I understand you're doing a wonderful job, so we're excited for you, and again, excited for Elizabeth City State University. We also want to recognize Mr. Mark, is it Simon? Simeon. He's the Triangle Alumni Chapter President for Morehouse College. Again, welcome to Rocky Mount. Thank you for coming down. And of course, we wouldn't have this if it wasn't for Julia Congleton Bryant and the committee that puts all this on every year. They start probably right after the game's over and start planning for the next year. She's been a cheerleader in more ways than one. She was a cheerleader when she went to and attended Elizabeth City State, and she's still a cheerleader for them. She does an excellent job, not only on this, but everything she does in the community. So we want to, again, thank Julia, and she'll be speaking with you. And Mr. Ernest Wilson, head football coach at Elizabeth City State University. He's going to be here and speak with you. And Derek Johnson, athletic director, Elizabeth City State University as well. So again, we got some people here that are going to speak to you in a minute. But on behalf of Rocky Mount, we just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for the partnership that we've done. We've missed it one time in 20 years, and that was because of Hurricane Floyd that we missed it that year. But it's an exciting time. The people that come to this game, that come to this event, a lot of them come in on Wednesdays. There's other events going on during the week. There's certainly golf. There's shopping for the women. There's some other events in the area for students that might participate. So we just want to thank them for their continued investment in Rocky Mount partnership. And thank you all for being here today. At this time, I'm going to ask Mr. Robbie Davis, who's a board member in the Nash County Tourism Development Authority, and ask him to come forward and make a few remarks.
Thank you, David. Good morning right on, I think. Welcome to Rocky Mount. Welcome to Nash County. I am here on behalf of our TDA, which for those that may not know all the acronyms that we use in government and elected officials jobs, which there's about 10,000 of them, I think, total. I've just learned just a few of them myself, but that's our Tourism Development Authority. Believe me, when I say our area understands very well what it's like to be able to identify with the success of another in a sporting concept. For that, we want to thank the Viking Classic for their 19 years coming back to Rocky Mount. It has always been a very good driver of tourism in our area. Our hotels, our restaurants look forward to this every year. This past year during our budget process on TDA, which we have a 15-member board, this particular event was so important to us, our board elected to double the funds that we allotted to this particular program and to this event from what we had done in previous years. That is unusual for our board to do that, but it was very important. Thank you. I want to give credit to Miss Ernestine Neal sitting over here, who is one of our board members, and she comes in, tells me as chairman what we're going to do, and normally that ends up exactly what we do. Very good supporter, and of course, if things didn't go right and I had to face her, then I've also got to face Miss Bryan as well. And I learned a long time ago to do what the ladies asked us to do, and it makes life a lot more pleasant. But anyway, the success of our TDA in the Nash County, Rocky Mount, Edgecombe County area has done very well. I'm pleased to say that this past year when we closed up June the 30th, it was by the largest year in receipts that we had ever had. That's very important to events of this nature, I'm sure, and it's a partnership, quite frankly, that we just couldn't do without people like y'all. This event here, the allotment that we were able to give this year is the largest single event distribution that we have ever given outside of some capital items. We hope you will continue coming to us. We've got to 19, and I know we're going to get to 20 at least. But again, welcome to Nash County, welcome to Rocky Mount, welcome to Edgecombe County. Thank you for being here today.
Julia told me to be ready with my pom-pom here, so we're going to get this part of the process started. I am pleased to be with you today as Chancellor of Elizabeth City State University, coming together to begin the process of gearing up for the Down East Viking Classic. This is an exciting classic. One of the things that as the mayor and the chairman of the Tourism Board started talking about this, the classic may seem like business as usual to a lot of folks, but for those of us that have watched it over the years, we've watched it with envy. Those of us that have worked at other institutions and have looked at this classic sustain and grow, we are truly excited about being part of this. Michelle and I are happy to be part of this, part of Elizabeth City, and part of the gear up for this year's classic. And as we're looking forward to this, we're looking forward to having our Viking family come together. We're looking at having the Morehouse family and alumni come together as our competition for this one. And we're looking forward to the citizens of Rocky Mount, who have always been extremely good hosts to us. Mayor, we want to thank you for your hospitality over the years. We want to thank all of the citizens of Rocky Mount and the business owners in Rocky Mount that have put out their business opportunities every year for the influx of our family that has come in and done what we think had great times here in Rocky Mount. And we expect to continue the partnership going forward for years to come. Now, one of the things that I would say, Mayor, is that Julia Cognington Bryant is one of those people that if you think she starts after this tournament, she's already started next year now. That 20 years comes about as a result of significant commitment from people like her who are alumni of the university and who have committed themselves to having good things happen for and around the university. So Julia, thank you very much for your participation in this over the years. Robbie, and we really do appreciate the effort that the Tourism Board has put in and the faith that they put forward in increasing the amount of investment in this particular event, and we know that that event's going to pay off. We're looking to have significant numbers of people coming in, significant numbers of people spending a lot of money in your area and having the kind of impact that this event is intended to have in the Rocky Mount area. There are a lot of other people who participate in this process. I don't see Ron Penny, Charles Penny yet. Charles has over the years, I want to thank you personally for, I've heard the stories of how, Charles is a former chair of our Board of Trustees at Elizabeth City State University, and he and Dr. Mackey spent a lot of time around the table planning this kind of event well before the first one took place. So we want to thank you for the seeds you all planted in that regard, and want to thank you for sticking with us over the years, making sure that the event has continued to grow and be successful. On the 17th of September, the Viking family, the Morehouse family, we're going to come together and we're going to compete on the field. We're going to compete on the sidelines. Our cheerleaders, our bands, our fans are all going to compete in all of those areas. Oh, and don't let me forget in the parking lot, the tailgates. We're going to be out there, and we intend to win that one too. This is an event that we all look forward to each year. It is what we have started to think of as a second homecoming for our institution. We have a lot of fans in this area. It will be another great one. We intend to grow it in the future. There's a lot of exciting things going on around Elizabeth City. On the Thursday night before the game, we're going to have our entire recruitment staff out here. We're going to do what we call the Fantastic Viking Voyage here in Rocky Mount, inviting out as many prospective students and their families to come and hear some of the good things that are going on at Elizabeth City State University. This is a recruitment mission as we go forward with that process. But we're looking forward to it, we're excited about it, and it's my honor to begin the process by saying we're all coming forward with Viking pride. Viking pride. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Mark Simeon, class of 1979, Morehouse College, and I bring you greetings from both the college and the Alumni Association. I am a proud member of the same class that our president graduated, and it gives me particular pride to be able to speak to you and greet you in that dual capacity. We look forward to a very spirited game and competition, both on the field and off. We will be bringing tailgate and festivities, and we're looking forward to participating in that. I live and practice in Durham, and we're experiencing a pretty healthy economic boom there, and I'm very glad and proud to be able to see that the same thing is going on here, and I'm very glad and proud to be part of it. And I hope that you all will enjoy the game and the festivities as much as we will. Thank you again.
Together we can. Together we will. Fight on strong to the finish. Believe and achieve. Unity begins with Viking pride. We are now sailing into the 19th year of the Down East Vikings Football Classic. Can you believe 19 years of nothing but Viking pride and victory? Mayor David Cohn, the Rocky Mount City officials, the Down East Vikings Football Classic Committee, and of course our sponsors, we thank you for all you do to ensure that this classic will continue to be a huge success with Viking pride. Mr. Mark Simeon, the Triangle Alumni Chapter President for Morehouse, the mighty, mighty Maroon Tigers, we welcome you aboard the Viking ship. Mr. Robbie Davis, Chairman of the Nash County Tourism Board, thank you for all that you for you aboarding our Viking ship again and again and again, and docking for 19 years. We appreciate all you do to help us to make the Down East Vikings Football Classic a huge success. We salute you with Viking pride. Chancellor Thomas Conway, we are so lucky and excited to have you as the 11th captain of the mighty, mighty Viking ship. You have already made tremendous difference in serving Elizabeth City State University. We salute you with Viking pride. Viking pride, Viking pride. And of course, head coach Ernest Wilson of the mighty, mighty, mighty Vikings. We are so excited to have you aboard the mighty Viking ship sailing into this remarkable city of love. Viking pride. Viking pride. Mr. Derek Johnson, we welcome you as athletic director. You jumped on the Viking ship last year, just as it was about to leave to sail into this remarkable city of love. We know that you will continue, and you are continuing, to help the Vikings to prepare for the 19th year with Viking pride.
Viking pride.
Viking pride.
Viking pride.
Viking pride.
Viking pride.
Dr. Claudia Mackey, Charles Penny, our city manager, as we know, is one of the co-founders, along with Dr. Edward McLean. With encouragement from the city manager, Charles Penny, and other officers, we salute you with Viking pride. Viking pride, Viking pride, with unity.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
On our 125th anniversary of our university, we would like to just say welcome here to Rocky Mount. I want to acknowledge two of my fine young men in the audience right now. One, Malcolm Cherry from Lewiston, North Carolina. Stand up, Malcolm. He's a senior. Next is Rocky Mount's own, DeLacio Bartley. DeLacio has his father here. I'm going to try to get his father to come play, too. He's a big man. But I just want to acknowledge those two guys and say thank you for coming. I want to also acknowledge a couple of my coaches here. Montario Han, who I recruited and now I'm coaching with. Come on, he's going to be helping me run the offense. And then the defensive coordinator, Mr. Stopham himself, Marcus Hill. I'll leave you to do the other administrators. But just want to say thank you. I know Coach Freeman over at Morehouse, he's done a great job since he's been there. It's so funny because I actually, a lot of people don't know this, but 20 years ago, I was one of the first people to be in the Down East Classic. And not many people know that. And I was talking to Montario because I was like, it was actually originally at another place, in which it was not successful. And the minute they moved it up to Rocky Mount, it became successful and has grown ever since. So I am really, really looking forward to playing and coaching in this game and making this thing happen. And it's going to be cool because we're going to be playing against the SIAC, which I've been a member of also. So it would be like the CIAA, SIAC, but we're really looking forward to playing the game and hopefully sending those Tigers back with the tail in between. So, all right, that's all I got to say. Viking pride.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm going to say Viking pride.
Viking pride.
Viking pride.
Viking pride.
Viking pride.
Viking pride.
As Mayor Combs said, this is definitely much more than a game. I'm going to take my time with this because I don't feel like the stage has been set. Last year I was new. This year I'm not new. We got new coaching, so he's probably not going to say much. So I'm going to fill in those gaps where they weren't filled in just to get things going a little bit here. But before I do that, I want to say thank you to the city of Rocky Mount. And again, I think we need to really stand up again and give a standing ovation to the Travel and Development Authority for their commitment to this event at Elizabeth City State University. In my career, I've had the chance to work from start of two classics. That's the Palmetto Capital City Classic and the Augusta City Classic. I've never seen a commitment at the level of what the TDA and Rocky Mount is doing. Thank you very much for having our back in Vikingtown. Thank you very much. Chancellor Conway said that there are a lot of schools that have watched from afar with envy. I've been also on that stage as well, being at another institution, watching the Down East Classic grow while some of our classics stayed stagnant. That's something that we should be proud of as Vikings. The Down East Classic has surpassed its expectations. Yes, we've stood level for a couple of years, but we're in our 19th year, moving into the 20th year for next year. This classic is going to set the stage for an outstanding classic for next year. Morehouse College, I believe, is a great opponent. I think they have a strong alumni base in this area. I think this is going to be a successful event. Our alumni have proven to support the Down East Classic. Last year with Winston-Salem, it rained all day Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday. Our alumni still came out and supported. Our numbers show that they supported, and the city of Rocky Mount still supported. I think our alumni deserve a hand for their support and commitment to the Down East Classic as well. This year, our host hotel is the Holiday Inn. We want to thank Lisa Ferguson, who has worked with us in securing rooms and making sure that our teams, our alumni, and our opponents are definitely secure. So again, the Holiday Inn is the host hotel for the Down East Classic. I'm gonna go into that a little bit later. I do want to thank again the TDA committee. I want to introduce someone that's in the crowd who's been working with us. It's Dexter Scott from Earthquake. He has really helped us really kind of blow this 19th Down East Classic up and really put on some different events or bring back some events to create some flavor to the Classic. Mr. Charles Penny in the crowd as well has always been a great supporter. Bill Leans of Chick-fil-A, Sarah Lee, some of our sponsors, also Belmont Lakes Golf Course where our golf outing will be held. And also, this Classic would not operationally go that well without the help of the Parks and Rec here in the city of Rocky Mount. They really extend and go above and beyond sometimes of what our partnership and what our contract says to really make things work for us. You know, last year we came down with 600-foot of fence and out of nowhere, I said, look, I need your help getting this up. Their whole crew was out there and they had the fence up within 30 minutes. That's the type of commitment, that's the type of partnership that this is here with the Down East Classic. And we appreciate you and we look forward to going forward with it. I'm going to talk about some of the events. You know what? No, let me not do that because first, if I get so riled up, I might forget to introduce some people. First of all, the Down East Viking committee members stand up. All of you stand up. Don't be shy. Stand up. You're on the committee. Okay, and ECSU staff, stand up. Stand up. Stand up. I want to show something. Stand up. With the exception of possibly maybe one other person that's not here, this is what we have to work with behind the scenes to make this event go off. This is almost unheard of for a classic committee. I'm talking budgeting, I'm talking operationally, I'm talking ticket sales. This is what we work with to make this event go off and for it to be so successful. Right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people standing. Great job. Keep the work up. We're going to get some more people to help us this year. I'm going to introduce them individually as well. Ms. April Emery is our Sports Information Director. Myra Blow is our Senior Women's Administrator and Executive Assistant. Dr. Claudia Mackey, our faculty athletic representative. And there are some other people on staff that are not here. Ms. Tina Neal, she handles some of our sponsorship for the Down East Classic. And again, great work. I appreciate you. I'm sure the city of Rocky Mount appreciates you, and Elizabeth City State appreciates you as well. I'm going to go into some of these new events over here. I guess I can't step away from the microphone, but I'm going to show these over here. I'm going to start out. Dr. Conway mentioned the Fantastic Voyage recruitment event. This is our big recruitment event to basically help recruit students to Elizabeth City State University, to showcase our university, and not only our university, but Morehouse College as well. That's what this event is about. It's about showcasing our universities to the surrounding students in this area and bringing those students to this area to make sure it's a successful event. That's on Thursday, September 15th. On Friday, we'll start off at 10 a.m. with the Down East Viking Golf Challenge. Now, let me say this. Some of you swing the stick and some of you play. We're looking for everybody to come out and participate in this event, especially our sponsors. Within your package, you have a foursome. Use your foursome. Come out and support this event. Let's make it go off, and let's make it have a great turnout. Last year, we were washed out because of the rain, but this year we're adding a collegiate element to it, where we will have some of our golf teams from the CIAA come and compete in the event as well. So you'll see more of a participation in this event. That's out at Belmont Lake Golf Club. Soon after that, we will have the Down East Sponsor Recognition event. This is where all of our sponsors come together at the golf course during the day so that you can actually be recognized. We want to recognize you. We want to show you that we appreciate you. Please, all of you sponsors, if you know some of our sponsors, make sure they come out and participate in the event. At 5:30, we have an athletic banquet that's hosted at, Joel, what's the name of the church, Joel? You remember? Morning Star Church. And this is where we recognize both teams. We have a guest speaker that will be coming in, a special guest speaker. And then we have one of the newest events that we just created is the Down East Alumni Social. This is going to be a great event. It has a casino theme. Some of you like to spend money. Some of you like to gamble. Raise your hand if you like to gamble. Some of you like to gamble. Some of you like to play the lottery. It's the same thing as gambling. But this is just not real money. So the Down East Alumni Social, it will be a catered event. It has a casino theme to it and featuring live entertainment with Sweet Dreams, a live band. This is one of our new events to bring the alumni out, to get them here and make this a Down East Viking weekend. I want everybody to say that with me. Down East Viking weekend. Not just the Down East Viking Classic, but a weekend event. Let's promote that weekend event. Let's make this into a weekend where people come out and make sure they're in those hotels by Wednesday night or Thursday night. Now at 4 o'clock, well, let me go into at Saturday morning, we start off with the tailgate. Now, Mayor, there's probably not a rib or a piece of chicken in the grocery stores on this day because of the tailgate. The tailgaters are lined up trying to come into the stadium by 6 a.m. Some of them try and park overnight and stay in their RVs. This is the difference between this event or this classic and other classics that I participated in. I've not seen that anywhere else. This is an exciting event, and we're looking forward to Morehouse being a great opponent. Not only in the game, but tailgating as well. That's right. And ticket purchases, too. 9 a.m., our admissions department will go off again on that Saturday with another recruitment reception. And Morehouse, you're definitely welcome to come and bring your students and have them transfer to ECSU. At 3 p.m., this is where everything starts. Now, this is where I think Coach was being a little light. Now, I can do this because the AD at Morehouse was one of my mentors. I was a member of the SIAC. Now I am a CIAA for life, and I am a Viking. Morehouse better come ready. We'll be there. I'm gonna set the stage for you, Coach Wilson, since this is your first couple days here, but I'm past that now. Morehouse needs to come ready. Our alumni will definitely be ready. The game kicks off at 4 p.m. We also will have package deals for some of these events. So I'm not going to say when they're on sale, but I'm not going to say the date. But you will receive a package deal and the opportunity to purchase at a discounted price all of these events: the step show, the alumni mixer, and the game. So stay tuned and watch for it. We all at 6:30 after the game, you have the high school band showcase, and then at 8 p.m. again we'll go with the step show. This is what we're doing with the Down East Classic. This is our commitment to participation and making sure that we have an impact on the economy here in Rocky Mount, and also a recruiting effect for our institution. You can get more information on the ECSU website, and it will direct you to the Down East Classic website. Our website is www.ecsu.edu. You can click on athletics, and then that will guide you directly to the Down East Viking Classic website, and you'll have all of that information there. Ticket sales are started. They've already started. Thank you.
Again, I want to thank you all for being here. They've mentioned the Parks and Recreation Department, what a big part they are, but our fire department, our police department, our public works department, all support this. When everybody's going the next day, somebody cleans all that up. Our public works department, the people out there, safety issues with the fire department, police department. So our city's very invested in this, and we want to thank all of our departments. We want to thank Charles and the city manager staff in terms of the support they've given this all of the years. Some things wouldn't happen if we didn't have a management here that really supported this and believed in this event. So I want to thank Charles and his staff for what they're doing. So everybody ready for a football game?
Ready for
Viking Pride.
Viking Pride.
And we're glad to have more house here, and we know y'all are going to bring your fans, your team, and you're going to be ready to play and ready to tailgate.
We'll be ready.
All right, great. Again, Dr. Conway, thank you for being here. Welcome to this event for your first time, and thank you all for being here today. I hope you have a great rest of your day and the rest of the week. Thank you for being here.